are back, me and my cousins. We're talking about the state of WWE. What is really going on with y'all guys? We talked about it a little bit in our first part. We're going to talk a little more about it. We're getting on the little corporate level side. We're dealing with what should you do with the shows? How should you approach it? What do you fans feel about the show?
Coming at the bottom.
Well, what I feel about the show, this access thing they're doing for these shows. You know, if any of y'all have the app, subscribe to it, WWE.com. It's a great app, but I have one itty bitty thing that's just not working. This access. It's not really access, it's an interview. And it's not even a really good interview. It's something like, man, you could really put it on the news page. Come on, man. If y'all gonna have access, y'all need to have battles in the back like y'all used to, where tables were being thrown, where Gatorade was getting poured on somebody. Whenever people busting out windows in a person's truck or in a person's bus or something like that.
Even in somebody's car.
You know what I'm saying?
Not this bullshit tackle you with. That's what I do.
Come on,
shit.
man.
Like, even though we like Mark Henry, but I mean that's a little bit too much. That's what I do, and your beard sweating, and that's
we got on you on WrestleMania, man. Mark Henry. So we love you because you're from Texas, bro. But, you know, my cousin said it before. Shave that shit. Clean
Pure
up.
nasty, dog. Pure nasty.
But you know, we're gonna stay on the subject here. You know, things that WWE could do a lot better. You know, I mean, it's just honestly, it's so much. I've never seen an era of wrestling so fucking a slap in the fucking fan's face.
It's just nasty.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, you know, y'all don't have no competition no more, so y'all basically don't give a shit.
Nope.
So it's like, you know, we put out whatever the fuck we want, you know, and that's that. You know, we don't, you know, I know me and my brother, we was talking, you know, earlier today. Triple H and Brock Lesnar, I don't want to see that shit any fucking more. Even though, again, Triple H, my favorite wrestler, greatest of all time. Can we move on? Put the belt on the nigga or something like that? But, you know, like, can we, you know, move on from this Brock and Triple H shit? We already know we're going to fucking probably win, nigga. It's probably going to be Brock this time.
Yep.
You know.
What I'm going to say on something that they should do, and it's going to be real small, that they should stop doing is, people is getting tired, or for me, I'm getting tired of seeing it, is that when somebody's out there talking, you know somebody's going to come out. Every time
Can we finish,
everybody's
promo?
talking, somebody has to interrupt them. Like, I'm getting tired of seeing that. And then sometimes somebody really be into some talking, like CM Punk. You really be into what they're saying on the microphone, and then here comes the music hitting. You like, come on, man. Let's let the dude finish, or let's cut the lights off like, you know, Undertaker should do. Interrupt them that way, or find different ways to interrupt another person. It's just the same thing when they just coming out with their music and just interrupting them while they're talking. It's getting kind of boring. I mean, it's kind of like they just doing the same thing repeatedly. It's getting, like I said on the last video, getting dry.
It's just very frustrating whenever it's been all this time, man, and y'all keep doing the same thing, man. Give us something that's gonna shock us, man. Give us that moment. Give us a moment like this. Whenever all of a sudden Hulk Hogan came out, and all of a sudden Hulk Hogan was a bad guy. I'm not gonna say what company he was with. Oh, matter of fact, Vince, you bought it. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying a moment like that, man. Why don't you give us one of these moments where all of a sudden you see something like this and they networking up. Something like that, man. Just give us something different where we can go talk about it, and guess what? It'll be a smooth trendsetter. You had Rock come out there, oh, it's trending. It's trending. Come on, man. Give us something that's really going to trend, not some words.
And I know some of y'all probably think something that can change, you know, or what would be a good idea for the WWE to do is turn John Cena heel. It's not going to happen.
No.
I don't I think if they turn John Cena heel, the crowd will probably start cheering.
Yeah.
So that's not going to work. We're going to need something else. We're going to need something else, WWE.
I think another thing I think too, you gotta look at it both ways. Is that we say that they don't have any talent, and we're not just talking about in the ring. We're talking about on the microphone too. So
they have talent in my book.
Well, how can we say competition? It's not as great as it was back then. So some of these roles that we want, or some of the things that we want them to pull off, they might can't pull them off because of the people that they have on the roster.
Exactly.
So,
well, well, it kind of go to something that was said before. I think on one of the videos we were watching, where it says like a lot of the guys just like to sit in the back and collect the check. They don't want to pull out.
Stone Cold said that. You know, a lot of people just like to be on TV. A lot of wrestling, and the only person he really named was CM Punk that goes out there and give it their all every night. So
maybe they should try this approach. It seems like you gave Brock Lesnar a year contract.
True.
Look, he said 2.
Part-timer.
Gave him a part-time job. Now, if you're going to give him a part-time job, I'm just going to say it. What about the Hardy brothers? Yeah, I know they probably got under your skin, but guess what, man? You had something different with that.
You know what that would do to the tag team division, man?
Oh, man.
You don't have people out there that who just going to land on the line like that. Like Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy.
What he'll do for the company as a whole.
Yeah, those boys, they go out there and they leave it out on the line. Same for back then when it was Edge and Christian. They laid it out on the line. We don't have guys like that anymore in this era. It's only very few.
One I can really name. I got his shirt on.
I give it to Dolph.
I take it back. Him, and I give it to both your boys, because he don't get a lot of credit. But if you watch some of his matches, he puts it out on the line, and that's Alberto Del Rio.
Yeah, he really does.
I'm sorry.
Big up to my essay homeboy.
Kofi Kingston, he's another one. I think he would have last. I mean, he gives it out in the ring. He does his thing in there. That's about it. Everybody else is just kind of like collecting the check to me. I mean,
let's be straight up, man. Right now, that I see that's pumping up the crowd really for you at all your events is Randy Orton. He sits there, does a move, and turns around and pumps up the crowd, and you still ain't giving him a championship match. Something's going on.
I mean, even though I know Randy gets in trouble and stuff like that, but it's like you got to put somebody up there who's gonna keep your company up and running. And I know it's not going, to the ground, but I mean, it's not. I know it's not where they want it to be. It can't be.
No,
it can't be.
No, he's one of the top talents still, and they got him mid-card right now. I mean, even your boy, like, can we please put him back in the main events now, Sheamus? Like, he must have did something bad. Your boy must have pissed Vince off or something.
Man, I'm a big fan of Sheamus, man. I like what he's doing. He is one of the strongest. If you don't want to admit it, he is one of the strongest out of those guys. My cousin on the previous video said that he loved the Big Show and the Sheamus feud. He loved it.
Awesome feud.
I thought it was great.
It was kind of like back in the day, when
chairs.
I mean, they was at a bar or something, and Big Show and Sheamus, they were fighting, and they took that outside of the ring. I mean, stuff like that needs to go.
Even when Alberto came, I know y'all talking about Sheamus, but even Alberto when he went to the Big Show's hotel room.
When Sheamus stole Alberto's car when they were down here,
here in San Antonio.
I mean, stuff like that doesn't go. I mean, they have it, but they need to have it a little bit more like it used to be. And Stone Cold, I give him all the credit for that type of stuff because he's the one who. I mean, it could have been somebody before then, but as me looking from my eyes, Stone Cold was one of the guys who pulled that stuff off the desk.
And I don't want you guys to think that we're pleading for them to bring back the Attitude Era. Maybe that might work, but that's not, we understand that, the Attitude Era was what it was. It's probably never coming back. You know what I'm saying? It's not,
That's a done deal.
The Attitude Era, it was what it was, but, I mean, golly, it's just certain things, and I just have, a thought in my head right now, what do y'all think about, maybe them bringing back hardcore matches?
Man.
Oh, and and now that you said that, a title Now I said they should leave all the titles alone. Maybe they should bring the hardcore title back.
I think it would be amazing for them to that, you know, hardcore title. And like I said, and I think the thing that really irks me is within the tag team division is with, you know, I think they need to put more tag teams to get more competitive tag teams together, man. I mean, I know you said in the last video, I mean, the primetime players, but it seems like they get their ass beat. They jobbing every fucking week. Mm-hmm. You know, either put the belts on them or break them up already.
They doing this.
Yeah, and that's too
hard.
Yeah,
down,
exactly.
Dog.
Too, because I'm sorry.
Pathetic.
Wearing pink and shit. I mean, pink tights and all that. Y'all look worse than Biggie Langston out there. Yeah, they need to have a stable, the Fags. Biggie Langston and the primetime players, and they had their little gear all together.
So this brings me to another question right here. You know, if you could go with your top superstars right now, you know, like if you can put together your own list of top superstars with the current roster, whether they're on TV or not, who not your mid-carders, but who would be your main eventers?
Everybody that's wrestling now?
Yeah, I mean, of course, just the PG era. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm not talking about if people has left and took a break. So-called CM Punk is added into this. Okay. So if you could,
my top 5?
No, it just who would be your main eventers?
My main eventer number 1 is Dolph Ziggler. Off the top, it's going to be Dolph Ziggler, and because he sells the moves, he's in there working and busting his ass in that ring. I see, and he's not doing it just on the main event shows or the big pay-per-views. He's out there busting his ass on SmackDown, main event, the Saturday show that they have. He's out there doing his thing. So I feel if I was Vince McMahon, I would say, look, you're going to be in my main event. CM Punk, of course, because he's one who lays out there on the line. I'm going to put John Cena in there because John Cena, you kind of need him because, you know, he got the kids and he brings, you know, people in. A lot of people views, you know, because a lot of people think John Cena is sexy and he gets the outside crowd in too. Randy Orton, I'm going to put him in there. Sheamus, I'm going to put Sheamus in there. Now, these two that I'm going to say next are kind of like, I don't know, Ryback and Mark Henry. Those two, I'm going to put them, they should be my main eventers too, but it's kind of like Ryback is kind of making me like, I don't know anymore, and Mark Henry, he's been around for a while, so I will put him in there. I expect him to know the game. I expect him to be one of those in-ring generals by now. Mm-hmm. So that's why I would put him at the top. Now, the rest of these guys, I may be forgetting a few, but the rest of them, I put them mid-card or lower.
I think for me, my main eventers out of the roster today would be, of course, it would be, you know, how I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna go who would I have on Raw and who would I have on SmackDown. Raw, I would have John Cena, of course. Randy Orton would be on Raw every week, main eventing. Same thing, you said Mark Henry and Ryback. Those would be my guys for Raw. You know, for SmackDown, it would probably be Big Show, probably be Sheamus, and I'll probably put Kofi on there to run at the, you know, for the World Heavyweight title. And I'm sorry, and Dolph. You know, I mean, I'm pretty sure probably most of our answers are going to probably be the same, but, you know, those would be pretty much my main eventers, and I probably will have somebody like, you know, well, I can't, you know, Alberto would probably be like a, you know, not a mid-carder, but like right on their tails, and then I probably would have Biggie Langston on somebody's tails for Raw. That's me. You know, you can push these guys all at one time. That's in my opinion, but
really, you can. I can't disagree with either one of their lists. I just feel so strongly on if you're gonna have an iconic guy on Raw, you need to have one on SmackDown too.
Exactly.
I'm just asking, where does Randy Orton fit into all this? I think Raw, the last time Raw was really good to me, before the whole CM Punk thing, has to be before they traded Randy Orton to SmackDown. It was going to be perfect. Randy Orton versus John Cena. Guess what? They came into business with each other. They wrestled with each other before WWE. Man, come on. Come on, man. Those are the type of matches y'all need to be setting, man. Not bringing back no Rock, none of these other cats like that, man.
I'm tired of seeing it, man.
Come on, you got Hall of Famers right there in front of you, man. Come on, bring these guys up out of the shadow, man. And stop trying to spread your show all across the map, man. Stop trying to do that, man.
2 shows, 2 live shows a week.
That's it.
That's what I think. And,
2 hours.
And
2 hours.
each. And you know what? You know what I think they should do? They should just on one Raw just say, fuck it. We're going to fucking have the draft again.
That'd be something they need to
Might as well.
Bring back the draft. Like that, that draft brought back like so many memories, man.
And let's be straight up, man. You got all these females, these divas, man. I'm not knocking them. They have excellent skills. I give it to them. But man, you know what we really want to see? Unisex fights. That would be awesome, man. Unisex fights. Come on, it works.
More divas too.
Not mixed tag team. Or,
more divas, because even the divas, they had just good talent and they had good feuds that we were wanting to see. And I'm not a pervert or anything, but they took away the bikini fights. I know for children and stuff like that, but took away bikini fights and girls when they used to be fighting in swimming pools and the mud and all this type of thing. It was exciting, You get people that want to watch, the other people that are not just wrestling fans. You get other people from, like I say, the outside coming in, and that's more fans you get looking in, and then when you get more fans, you get more money.
So I mean, the Divas division, I don't even, because that division is so whack now. I mean, none of them girls could hold Chyna's or Lita's or even Trish Stratus's jock right about now.
No. I mean, I like Caitlyn. She's the champ and stuff like that. Caitlyn, and
like
of course I like AJ, and then Eve. She's gonna come back too. But I mean, even they can't even match up to the Trish Stratus and Chyna's and the Tori Wilsons and even the Sables. And I don't even like her with her steroid titties. But whatever. It's a lot of things that we feel that they could do.
I mean, we're not bagging y'all at all. We're not doing that at all, man. Matter of fact, we want to give a shout out to all the WWE superstars out there, man. Y'all are doing an awesome job. Y'all are doing the best that y'all can with the writers and the writers that y'all got, man. They're not as strong as back then, man. But we understand. We understand. We do want to give something to the kids, man, and y'all doing a great job giving it to the kids. But guess what? Kids got a bedtime on them pay-per-views. All right? They got a bedtime. Now, for us adults, man, we understand, man, some of the stuff is fake. But guess what? Those are real athletes. We want to see some real athletic things happening. You know what I'm saying? I feel I'm an athlete. This guy right here is a definite athlete, and this guy right here can jump out of the gym. So, if y'all came out and saw us in the show, y'all definitely want to see us perform. We want to see those guys perform. Just perform for us.
And let me chime in just one time. It's kind of off the subject, but for you people who, and I got some, this is for y'all to go try this at home. I know on WWE it says don't try this at home. I want you to try this. If you think like wrestling is just all the way fake and all that, do this for me. I want you to go outside right now, and I want you to do this. Set some tables up right in your yard. Go climb up on top of the fucking house and jump off and see how that feels, and tell me if that shit fake or not. And if nothing doesn't hurt or anything like that, you know what? Comment at the bottom, let me know you did it, and you didn't break nothing or anything like that. But matter of fact, set the damn table on fire too.
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
None whatsoever.
Your elbow, your neck, or something's gonna get fucking broke. Something's gonna get broke if you do that. So go out there and do it. If you do it and nothing don't happen, then hey, go in the comment.
Tell your buddy to slam you on the concrete, just with all his might, and then see how that feels. See if you lose some air.
Get a chair and just boing, bang on that nigga's face or his back or something, and see if that shit don't hurt, man. Now we understand the punches, that shit be kind of fake because they do that stupid ass shit, whatever. But other than that, man, go and do a suplex or some shit on some bleachers or some bullshit like that.
But we just wanted to put our state of what we think the WWE should do. We want you guys to comment at the bottom. We want you guys to subscribe to my channel, which is THA Great, which is The Great 522. Also, you can subscribe to my brother's channel,
Shaquille the Senior. I got a whole bunch of videos. I'm bringing them. I'm bringing the fire. A bunch of comedy videos. Just a lot of stuff that I do during the week.
Man, we here. We here to stay. Tell us what you feel about
This is only the
WWE.
beginning. Only the beginning.
and he will have his own channel up too. We don't know what it's all called yet, but you know, once he get it up there, subscribe to that, and we're gonna have videos all through this motherfucker, man.
Stay up in the gym. Stay up in the gym.
Oh yeah, I'm about to get up there in a minute. You know I'm kind of skinny. We about to close it out. About to do my famous thing.
Bow! Got anything else? I just got one more thing to say. That was food for thought. You do the dishes.
Everybody's got a price. Everybody's gonna pay.